Hello. Shit. Sorry, 1 second. See if this works. Add image. Oh, how do I turn it sideways? Slow mode brow. Ah, yes, sorry, of course. Yes, there we go. Filters. How do I turn this sideways? I should have tried to figure this out. I only just had this idea as I clicked on the stream button. I'm like, oh, I should add a little fire in the little engines in my ship. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna find one that's like that already happens to be sideways. Unless somebody could tell me, just I'm using OBS right now. Transform. Oh wait. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes, this is cute. There we go. There's one more. Yes. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Your shit was on fire like my damn house was. I was playing Minecraft with Mal earlier and I completely burned down his fucking house by accident. Because I wanted to make a nice big moat of lava around this this dumb rock thing that I built like 2 feet from his house, and his entire house caught alight. But to be fair, I filled his house with bees, so I think I may have solved one issue at least. How you doing? When will your new episode of Confinement be released? I'm doing fine, and I don't know. That's just... I'm not that organized with this thing. It's still being made, you know, I'm still doing storyboards and shit. It was donkeys in my house. Oh yeah, no, I filled so many houses in Minecraft with so many animals. The monkeys are married. Yeah, they're dating, look at them. Look at them go. Bees were in another house. There are always bees in another house. Do we have a percentage on the episode? It's hard to say. I don't really measure them that way, and also that doesn't actually tell you anything. You know, I could say like, it's this percent, and then next week it'll be this percent, and then the week after it'll be this percent. It won't be a consistent rise, so it actually won't even tell you, which is why I never bother even learning about what percentage I could possibly be at. 2 monkeys in love. Hey, Linnea. Hello, Mr. Bung, and looks like Silent Hill at my window. Ooh, spooky. Whoa. Do you live in America? Because it might be Silent Hill in a minute. Good lord. So are we called Dylan now as a subscriber? Was about to make peanut butter cookies with my sis, but then I saw you streaming. I'll post on Twitter when we're making them. When we are making them. Hell yeah. You better make them. Peanut butter cookies. That's always so good. I mean, chocolate chip cookies are just a little bit better, actually. Wow. You ever just look at, like, the bubbles in your soda? It's pretty incredible. I wish y'all could be experiencing this right now. Instead, you're just sitting here listening to me talk about it. Where are you traveling? Where to this monkey's wedding? They taking me to their wedding. I wasn't invited, but I thought I might go anyway. There were a whole bunch of seats. And all of the entree is just bananas, but I can deal with that. I want to thank you for joining Gay Bowser the other stream. Hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed Gay Bowser. Lord Bung has spent 12 hours not working and instead staring at a gif of two monkeys. I wish I had that kind of, like, stillness dedication that I can even stare at an image for 12 hours. I'll get there. Bung, what is your average day like? Oh, there's never an average day. There's just, currently, I am sick, so my average day, if you want to call it, has consisted of me working for about 3 hours, and then and then just laying down and being sad because I feel like shit all the time. But you know, sicknesses are temporary mostly. I'm sure I'll be fine soon. Sick gang, hell yeah. Excited for Dune? I haven't read the books or anything, so I don't really have any context, but I'd like to read the books. Where can I see the homosexual lizard kingdom you want? Thank you for the £5, Jared. Oh, right, no, you don't live in America. What am I saying? Unless you're just purposely sending them in pounds for no reason. Homosexual lizard king. My last stream, I think I haven't even privated it yet. You're gonna have to. You could just, yeah, I'll just look back at that one. Not privated, sorry. Unlisted. I need unlisted and put it in the stream playlist. But yeah, you can just watch that. I draw Gay Bowser's near the end. Whoa, I mean, I just want to say thank you for your awesome content. It's always been great, and don't worry about releasing soon. It'll be out when it comes out, you know? Yeah. Thank you for the $10, Hoodoo Pontifex. Yeah, it'll be out when it's out. If I lose the desire to make confinement, then I'd let everybody know and just do something else. You know. Whatever that may be. What would you do if there were to be another quarantine? That seems to be the case for a lot of people. For me, it wouldn't really change that much because I work from home and everything. So that'd be pretty good. I mean, not good. That'd be bad. Yeah, no, my life wouldn't change that much at all. So I won't be able to hang out with as many people, I don't think, which will suck. You sound sick and sleepy. Are you okay, Bungus? Yeah, I'm sick, and I took a little nap before stream, so that's probably why I sound sleepy, but, yeah. I wish I could say it was drugs this time. It ain't. I'm actually quite proud of myself for not, smoking today. So, yeah, that's one good thing, actually. Although, now that I've said it out loud, I'm worried I'm gonna smoke later. Oh well, it is what it is. How'd you get so good at drawing? I'm horrible and I want to get around your skill level. Got any tips? Oh, well, it's tricky because to want to become good at something, you have to let go of your desire to be good at that thing. and simply do it in a slow, at your own pace, in a forgiving and compassionate manner to yourself. So, um, let's say you want to start drawing, and then you spend like an hour on the line, and you're like, this line could be better. That's what's stopping you from drawing, is that perfectionism. Perfectionism is not, if you want to get good at drawing, and more importantly, if you want to have fun drawing, you cannot have perfectionism. It's it's only going to cause you suffering, And some people struggle with that, and maybe they end up in some strange situation where they have a whole bunch of free time, and the perfectionism just so happens to work for them in the end. But no artist I know has an extremely hard time. No artist that I know who has a distinct style and are comfortable with their drawing takes an insanely long time to do it. It's it's something you're gonna have to. It's something that you want to do. If it's something that you want to do, then it's not work, and you'll do it. You'll end up finding your style more if you forgive yourself for finding out what your style isn't. A lot sooner and a lot faster. Hope that makes sense. Is it true that there's a police state in Victoria? It appears to be the case from testimonies I've heard. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my friends in Victoria. I like the hair and discussion, my guy. Thank you. Yeah, I like my hair too. The monkeys. Look at them orangutan. I think they're in Ho Chi Minh City. They're just like vibing out in some zoo. Hey Bungaro, excited for after the stream. Hell yeah. Thank you for blessing us with your knowledge. No worries. It's okay, NDB. I only just started. I'm basically still just waking up. I was just like, oh, thanks for the £2, the smallest. That's advice for someone who wants to make an anime series. I think you mean like an animated series. Yeah. Thanks for the £2. Well, it's important for you to know what you want to do. It's not too important for you to know all the little details, but it's important for you to know what you want to do. Something that you know, something that you feel will continue to motivate you as you're doing it. Like, I went into confinement with this general motivation to tell a story of somebody who is struggling, and who is in an unusual and quite oppressive and limiting situation. Yeah. That's the story I wanted to tell. I had no idea how it was going to go. I had no idea where it was going to lead to. At the time of making it. But here I am today, like years later on episode 7, well, on episode 8 now, and the motivation is still there, and the story is still there. There are just all of these new things attached to it, So, hopefully that gives you a sort of idea of what I mean. Just have a vague thing that you kind of really want to do, so that way when you change your mind, because you will change your mind in all these different ways, you will end up being able to accommodate those changes. It's 3 a.m. I plan on staying until 4 a.m. for the fun of it. Oh, don't hurt yourself. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Not a favorite, but there's this really good one called Cohesion, I think, or Convergence. Let me just see. Yeah, Coherence, my bad. Coherence is a really good one. It's a pretty trippy, psychological, kind of sci-fi concept where actually I'm not going to spoil it because the second it sort of unravels itself, and that's what makes it exciting. But it's really fucking good. The acting is amazing. The cinematography is great. Its ability to unravel itself and its story is really good. Bro, that alien vibin'. That alien is vibin'. Soup time in the stomach room. The stomach room. Amazing. And of course, there are a ton of people asking when the next episode is going to come out, bro. Yeah, they're not going to stop. I've already accepted this. There will always be people. It's, when is it? When's it coming out? I don't know. Other people, other creators, other content creators who maybe make less complicated things than I do. I don't mean to say that they're working less hard than me. It's all relative to what your skills and your preferences are. But some people may tell you that they know exactly when the next video is coming out, whatever they're making. I don't know. I don't know these things. It simply is not. There are so many different layers and things that I have to do one at a time leading up to the conclusion of making this episode. It's a little complicated. I gotta make a menu for graphic designs class, so I gotta look at different menus, and all the food makes me go, hunger, banana. My little circus. Have you seen Utopia? Not the Amazon Prime remake, the original British one. I binged it last week, and now my ape brain is broken. Holy shit. No, I haven't. I didn't even know there was an original one. Thanks for the 10 pounds, though, Jared. I love your videos so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ship Toast, for the $2. People be like, where's confinement, or where's more SAP content? I just want more worst car collisions in history, for goodness sake. I'm sorry, there's no more history left. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I say that, and history is literally being made in front of us. Maybe I'll do something about that. Why is the alien doing drugs? Why aren't you doing drugs? These drugs are from Earth, and the aliens come all the way here. Frostfire says hi. Hey, Frostfire. Wherever you are, tell him I say hi back. When the orangutan at the bottom of the screen is a partner, and you just have a Mimikyu plush. Rest in peace. How's Mustard Man going? Hey, Rex Scrubs. Thanks for the $8. Mustard Man. I know the phrase. I still don't remember what Mustard Man is about. This is just something people said last stream. Like, hey, how's the Mustard Man? Like, what are you saying to me? I wish the orangutan was me and the other orangutan was an orangutan. Shout out monkeys and the Discord people. Hell yeah. My little Discord children are all in here. No, I can't say Discord and children in the same sentence. My Discord cult. That's better. Bung, would you say people asking constantly for episode 8 is motivating or annoying, or maybe both? I like that you added both as an option, because I think it is both. Because I don't know how... If people... I mean, simply put, if people stopped asking me, I would assume that people weren't interested anymore. Not because I think people should be constantly asking me, but because I know that's just how people are right now. That people are just like that. So I am to expect that. And if they stopped asking me that, I would think, oh, what happened? What changed? And that'll be kind of a scary situation, you know, in a way. Because I have no idea what that universe is like, but people are not asking me that. Is there a link to this cult? Maybe I shouldn't be joking about it being a cult, because people seem to think that there's a spirit, there's like I'm a cult leader because of all the weird shit that I talk about on stream about spirituality and shit. I don't really care. Just think I'm a cult. I just don't want to scare people, I guess. Are you able to bring back Bung rants to do in the middle of making videos as a quick thing to entertain your low patient part of your audience? Bung rants? I wouldn't even know what I would rant about anymore. He's a SCP, but the only reason is because he's a normal guy, but he always smells like mustard. Oh, okay. But there's no mustard on him. Thank you for the $8, by the way, Rex Scrubs. But there isn't mustard on him, but he smells like mustard. I vibe with that. Playing Minecraft right now, gonna build a giant gay Bowser. Sounds beautiful. Are the monkeys part of your cult? Yeah. Ran about weed legalization in Australia. Bro, you know I'm already doing that with all the local representatives. I'm literally asking them all the time. And some of them are just like, the others are just like, maybe. Like, none of them really seem very outspoken about it, which is, maybe it's a safe face or something, I don't know. What is this? What did I stumble upon? Welcome to the stream. We are simply vibing. There are some orangutans holding hands. I think they're dating. We got some funky shapes that I like and found, floating in space. And then we got a little alien who's having a great time. Gotta go, but may Mustard Man be ever in your heart. Thank you, Rex Scrubs. Thank you for the $8. And may Mustard Man live on forever. Beyond memory. Do the monkeys spin? I'm sure they can. I'm sure it's in their ability. Welcome to the Bung has to try to convince people it's not a cult stream. It's not a cult, but it is a cult. I mean, any Discord server where somebody is sort of like the center of the attention is a cult in my opinion. So, on that basis, yeah. Every YouTuber's Discord server is a cult. Some cultist leaders are more present than others. There is this presumed assumption that the leader is somehow important. You know, there's nothing important about me, not in any way that's more important than other people. You know, sure. I mean, it's like a whole bunch of people are listening to me just talk shit on stream, and you know, you won't have other people get this much attention, I guess. Just specifically just for talking shit like this. But that doesn't make me more important. It means that I've essentially made a loud enough bang in the universe that enough people looked over and are sticking around with me because they recognize and feel comfortable with what I have created. And that's fine. That's just fine. Is a cult, but more of the wholesome group hangout kind. Yeah, there's no punishment for you leaving. There's no punishment for you disagreeing with anything. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for the $5. Hey, Bailey. Hi, Poopy Bungus. It's Rose here. Love you lots. Hope you had a good day. Also, thanks for the birthday wishes. Yes. Happy birthday. Again. Thank you for the $5. Legit started a cult last year at my school where we worshipped the fish with human legs and fishnets and stilettos. That sounds like something that would make creationists very angry. Is the loud bung a huge fart you did? Yeah, okay, I was waiting for that one. I was fucking waiting for that one. Bung bang to the universe. Well, that's one way of putting it. 1 million, so close. Yeah, I know, that's weird. So bizarre. I feel like it's so weird gaining subscribers while I'm just like essentially working privately, quietly from home. Like I'm not uploading videos very often because of, well, you know how long it takes. But it's weird to see the subscriber count grow, you know, because it's like, oh, I forgot I have videos up already, you know. Your spaceship smells like feet? Wow. Don't say that. It smells like spaceship. You can't even smell feet in space, I bet. I don't know, is that true? I feel like that's true. I resisting the urge to monkey out. Monkey out. Like a monkey is a verb. What are you planning to do when you reach 100 mil? 100 mil, whoa. That's way too far in the future. I don't even think I'll get there. I don't really plan on getting there. I love being cool and not going to school. Fee? Fee? Why are you saying fee? It smells like Pepsi. Yeah, probably, actually. Love your vids, man. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing alright. A little bit sick, but, you know, what do you do? Is this what happened when you do LST? Yeah, this is basically it. Basically just, oh, shit, dude. Is it just me or is SCP suddenly more popular now? That's how I felt when I first uploaded. I didn't realize so many people still liked SCP, or actively did. I just thought, like, Markiplier made that video, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I see some people still like it, but I think people just like Markiplier more. Turns out, lots of people. The whole cult is here now, hell yeah. I feel like we could call it something else, something funnier, but, I mean, cult is pretty funny actually, but, yeah, no. Cult's pretty funny. Hey Bungus, have you seen Liam Vickers? No, I haven't, sorry. Well, 1 million, not 100 million, sorry. I don't know. I might do something. People repeating things over and over is my fave. Yeah, they're like, oh, I want you to see my comment, Bung. I need you to see my comment. It's okay. I might see it, I might not see it. There's no guarantee. I don't have a system in place. My eyes just get drawn to the words that they get drawn to. Have you watched Astartes yet, Bung? I harassed you on stream recently because I have an unhealthy obsessive fan. Astartes. I feel like I have. It's the Warhammer thing. I don't know. I feel like I have. But I don't know anything about Warhammer except for what my friend showed me. Which I feel like is just sort of random design lore. You know, just showing me all of these giant spaceships that look like cathedrals. Like, whoa. And I was definitely on drugs at the time, so. Be like that some days. What will you do if you have already finished confinement series? Oh, I don't know. I'd do something else, hopefully. Something else that I still love, I hope. You're hecka sick, bro. Thank you, Manny Manito. What's your opinion on Australian chocolate? I heard it's worse than European British Cadbury's. I don't know, it seems good to me. One time I saw a house. This was no ordinary house. It belonged to a man. His name was Lord Bung. I crawled to his window and saw him staring at a picture of a log for 10 minutes. I wish. I just wish I could look at logs with that intimacy. That level of... I appreciate the fuck out of that log. Ooh, I mean when I'm sober, at least. Just popping in before class to tell you thank you for being such a great friend. I appreciate it more than words can express. Oh. Lish. Have a good day in class. You are a great friend. Would you upgrade your spaceship? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. It's a kind of more like an escaped life pod. I'm not sure I can upgrade a life pod. What am I talking about? Of course I fucking can. This is the universe of my mind. Hey, Tropic Snaky. Mud Snaky. Yeah, he's mod. Who just dissed Cadbury chocolates. Return to monkey before it's too late. I know, right? Like, look at them. Look at them. Not a fucking anxiety in the world. Not a single bit of regret, you know, depression, or anything. They are just living so deeply in the moment and doing whatever it is the fuck they want. And we laugh at them, you know, but we want to be them. Look at them. For real, though. But, you know, we are who we are. Ahad, the gaming king. Hey, Lord Bung, it's my birthday. Can you please shout my name? I can't shout it. My housemate might not like that. But happy birthday, Mahad, the gaming king. Are you familiar with the phrase, part of the ship, part of the crew? I've only heard it in that Pirates of the Caribbean movie. That was a scary one. That was a creepy one. Hey, Bung, can you give me some good luck for my first job interview today? Hey, V-clutch mode, good luck. Good luck on that job interview, get that bag. No Man's Sky when? Oh yeah, I could totally play that on stream. Not right now, but I will. I got a second monitor recently. I decided to finally just do it. I used to have one in Sydney, but my housemate essentially set it up for me. So now I have taken the initiative. This is me. I'm here right now with a second screen. To it and let us join. Yeah, I'll have all the homies all just joining in on the No Man's Sky universe. Wow. That'll be fun. Jeez, I'm gonna fall asleep. It's okay, Noel. You do what you gotta do. This is a sleep-inducing. These streams are very sleep-inducing. You know? What would you do if you were to miraculously wake up on a spaceship? Well, I better get started on getting used to it. If I actually am in a spaceship, you know? Yeah, why the heck not? I'm in there. What's the point in complaining? Feeling upset about it. Yeah. I guess I'll try and find the captain. If they're an alien, then I'm gonna have to get used to that as well. I'm gonna have to sort of absorb all of this knowledge. Ooh, that's gonna be a big one. I might get a headache. I might faint. Wow. Then what else? Maybe they'll accept me into their crew and I go on these amazing space adventures. Most mellow streams I've seen. Hell yeah. What is your favorite movie of all time? I don't really have one, but just yesterday, I only just saw Blade Runner yesterday, like the original one. I mean, holy shit, it's really good. Wow, and I can see why people really enjoy that whole cyberpunk shit. It's very fun. It's very cynical. It's very fun. Come up with the next episode soon. I'll mail you poorly compressed JPEGs of my 5-year-old schnoodle named Lily. She is very adorable. I mean, I demand you to send them anyway. Soup time over, time for chocolate cake. Amir is living it. Yo, Grung, Grung, have you checked out Johnny Phillips animated? Yeah, she's pretty cool. Johnny Phillips sounds like an interesting name. Oh, I might check them out. Maybe I've already. Johnny Phillips. Oh, that's some pretty quirky art. Yeah, I really dig their style. Oh god. Look like a gender bent version of me. Oh shit. How stoned do you get before stream? Oh, no, I'm not stoned. Most of the streams I'm not stoned at all. This is just me. I'm just relaxed. Well, right now I'm sick, so that's probably contributing to it. But I don't have a very, like, whoa, what do you know? I don't have a very energetic personality anyway. Not anymore, at least. Because at the time of those days, when I was a bit more energetic, that's because I was sort of abusing the energy, in a way. I was, like, just chugging down cans of caffeinated, you know, Pepsi, and all of these other, like, short-term energy-inducing fixes, and then I would crash, and then I'd be like, and I'd complain about things, and I'd be cynical because I felt bad, and I would just think that, oh, this is all normal, and I'm totally in control. These are just my whatever. But nah, I was unknowingly manipulating my body in this way that would produce short bursts of entertainment and then long bursts of shittiness, if I could say that, you know? I mean, I know I can't say that, but I mean, like, if I could call my past behavior shittiness. And that's not great, you know? I'm not a fan of that. It's not very consistent or stable. Oh, shit. My earphones are out. Do you have any tips for puberty? I swear it's for my friend, not me. Stop making fun of me. I know you're all making fun of me already. Wah, was I convincing? Puberty. Well, it should be your parents' job to guide you through puberty, but I understand that we're very uptight about sexuality and changes and all of these very sensitive topics, you know. We just, a lot of people around the world, I guess, are like that. Well, do not be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of these changes. That seems to be it. That seems to be like the entire thing. No, there is no Dr. Bright in confinement. Stop it! Life is not very consistent or stable. Exactly, that's true. But there are more gentle ways that you can transition through change than pretending that there is, like, a foolproof way of living the world. There never is. You're always going to be learning something new every day, and that's, if you're living life right, you're learning new things every day, every week. I thought puberty was a disease. I'll kill Dr. Bright. That's what I'll do. He ain't in confinement. He's only in... People will get so mad if I put him in confinement. They're not exactly how they want him to be. I'm working on an animation cartoon and I need your help on something. It's like nugget, biscuit, nugget and a biscuit. Dip it in mashed potatoes. Stop. No. Oh, hold up. Gonna need me some nasal sprays. This is gonna be some sexy content. Ow. Whoa. This is the content you guys asked for. Whoa. Yeah, so I basically just have to do this a lot. Tobuscus. No, I'm not talking about. I'm not gonna talk about fucking Tobuscus. Get out of here. Get out of here with that Tobuscus shit. Hot, thank you. At my school, they played some dumb sketch where the guy was like, "Oh no, I think I caught puberty." Fuck. How the fuck? How do they get away with it? Unless that was just a joke. That's not like a great way to teach kids. Yo, we just used a nasal spray. Epic. Do you have a schedule for the streams, or do you just stream when you feel like it? It's mostly Thursday nights for me, which I guess are Thursday mornings for you if you're American, or Thursday afternoons for you if you're in Europe. Yeah. Tobuscus be like, I hate minorities. Yeah, it'd be like that some days. Hey, Lord Bung, what if we kissed at Fort Buscus? Just kidding, unless. Fuck, dude. What do you think about zombie movies? I suggest watching Alive. It's a Korean zombie movie, and I enjoyed it, even though I didn't like Korean stuff. You didn't like Korean stuff. Well, I don't know what you mean by that last part. I haven't seen Alive, but I have seen Train to Busan. That was a good one. Parasite. Well, just Bong Joon-ho's movies. Those are the only ones I know of. Dude, I have school, but I gotta watch you live. It'd be like that. Gotta tell your teacher, sorry. Remember, kids, drugs are not cool. They are badass. They are badass. Thank you, Happy Eddie. Happy Eddie. Sometimes I look out into the universe, and the universe doesn't look back, because the universe doesn't have eyes. It's sad, but I understand. Glad you understand. What I find beautiful about the universe is that because we are a part of the universe, we are the universe. And since we have eyes, we are looking at the universe, but we are also the universe, so it's the universe looking at itself. Whenever we look at anything or hear anything, we are the universe experiencing itself. That's one of my favorite phrases. I don't know who said it, but somebody did. I said it now. That's all that matters. You know, we draw this line between us and the universe so that we feel like we can beat the game of life, this big, giant staircase that we're trying to climb. You know, like we convince ourselves there's a staircase and that we're climbing it. It's like, no, we are the staircase. We are the climbing. We are everything. People really don't like this way of thinking, it seems, because they want to feel like they need to beat something or defeat something, conquer something. I could understand wanting to have a goal, but you don't need to conquer and beat things. You can just simply do things. You don't have to make them extra complicated, and you certainly don't have to put other people down and hurt people to achieve your goals. And yet, you know, here we are playing this enormous game of pretend, where we're pretending that society works in a specific way and gets certain results, even though it's always a surprise, and we're always like, whoa, didn't see this coming. And loads of people are suffering and being hurt and being left underneath the good part of the system. All because of this sort of game of pretend that we've been taking very seriously for a very long time. Oh well. It's just the power of the human mind. We can convince ourselves so strongly that something is insanely important. And completely just kill each other over. Dylan, I need help. What's Crisco, and does half cup Crisco also mean half cup of butter? Because we don't have Crisco in the Philippines and we need it for peanut butter cookies. I don't know what Crisco is either. That just kind of sounds like slang. Orangutan is cute. Yeah, orangutan is cute. How's your broken buttocks? It's pretty good right now. What did I stumble onto? Hey, Autistic Flea. You know what you stumbled onto. Smells like soy in here. That's what I'm reading right now. Gizzy nut. Bung, my government is trying to take away the fusion reactor I built out of old smoke alarms. What do I do? You blow it up. And you take out your whole neighborhood. You do it. No balls, do it. I dare you to watch TV, Filthy Frank 2. How about nah? Will you ever give animation lessons on your streams? I wouldn't be very good at that. I'm not very good at that kind of teaching. You know, I could sit here and like talk shit about how I think everything works, because it's all just sort of word vomit anyway, because what I'm trying to express cannot really be articulated in a perfect way, because I'm trying to get you to feel again instead of teaching you some newfound knowledge. I've been trying to give people advice on what to do just so they can start drawing themselves and start doing art themselves, you know? But it's all the same message. Like, I'm essentially saying the same thing in very different ways. And, you know, those who are listening deeply enough, I guess, who get it, you probably get it. What with the knocking? Knocking? It might just be the music. Is that, or am I like, you can hear, I mean, I'm sure you can hear that, but I don't remember doing that. Do people who spam when is confinement 8 get under your skin sometimes? No, I've gotten used to it. Like, I'm still making it. I would only get insecure if I wasn't making it, you know what I mean? Or if I was just like in a bad mood. You know, if I'm in a bad mood all of a sudden, people spamming that, then yeah, I might get annoyed. But I won't be like, I'm making it, just wait, be patient. I know I'm making it. I don't feel insecure about the possibility of me not making it. I'm finally done. I returned to Monkey. Quickly join me, brothers. We don't have long. Holy shit, Scooby-Doo out of context evolved back into a monkey. I wish I could do that on stream. I feel like if I actually somehow... It's the microphone on your earphones. Is it? There aren't any... There's no... This is like a bit of plastic. It's not like a microphone, though. What was I saying? I feel like if I managed to transform into a monkey in like 10 seconds, somehow that would be taken down from YouTube. Some of your tips are really helpful, and I could draw really well now. Oh, I hope so. Thank you. It'll be out when it's out, turns into the Lightbringer. Yeah, that's also a thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to do what he did. Because it got, well, not just because it got memed to hell, but because, like, it's a sign that you are madly insecure about something, you know? And of course, everybody's insecure about something. Like, I'm insecure about things. But I'm not insecure in my ability to produce my work. I just know it takes a very long time, you know? Which is a test on me. And other people, I guess, you know, if that's how people want to choose to interpret it. You're not Haran. You're not. I was about to say Harambe. You're not Yandere Dev, which is a good thing. Thank you, Artistic Flea. Finally done with this crappy little school quiz. Damn. Calling your school quiz crappy. You're gonna miss that quiz when you get. You're not gonna miss that quiz when you get older. Don't worry. Oh, there's a piece kind of around your chin that is a microphone. Around my chin? You fooling me. What you doing? You fooling me. Okay, I'm gonna go by. Alright, see ya, yeet and delete. I have a long dog, and she's not a hot dog, but she's still long. I like reading that. Are you friends with any YouTubers? Yeah, I'm friends with some. Harambe Dev. it's so shit. We can't do that. Bung, your tips are hella useful, and I've actually finished the first scene of an animation I'm making. Legit your inspiration. I'm grateful to have stumbled upon confinement. Aww. It's really sweet. Harambe Dev. Yo, what are you doing with that baby? No! No, my little circus. You feral little monster. Why would you say that? How was it to voice Connor in Containment Lockdown? In Containment Lockdown. Wait a second. Containment Lockdown. Dude, I swear that's the only excuse for that knocking sound. Is it this one? It's just my bracelets hitting the table. Containment Lockdown. In case Containment Lockdown is a thing, I just had to look that up. So I'll point at Bung and laugh. No, don't do that. Where can I buy LSD in Europe? Please help. I don't know, the Netherlands, I guess. It's probably everywhere. Dude, what time is it where you are? Live streaming early. It is 9:30 p.m. where oh, yeah, that means I need to take my paracetamol. Oh, separate one I suspect you can't hear. Oh, I guess yeah, maybe. Maybe I have another microphone on. There. Okay. Hare Krishna. Do you like dogs? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Could you add more monkey gifs? Yeah, you know what? Let's look for some. Whoa. I'm looking for some monkey gifs real quick. It's gonna have to be orangutan, so I know they're apes. Could always have the Coldplay one where they're dancing. There's that one with the dog. He's like friends with a dog. Okay, this one's pretty good. Hold up. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear this. this scene, this OBS scene. It's really clogged up. There we go. Yes. There we go. There it is again. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bung told me to, and I quote, take out my whole neighborhood. Yeah, take them out to dinner or something. I don't know. I didn't tell you to blow up your neighborhood. That's your fault. You did it. Arrest him, officer. Bung, I can't do this. It's Thursday morning here. Okay, you could go if you like. You could. you don't have to stay. I sort of do these on Thursday on purpose so there aren't too many people. And then I do it again on Sunday so that there are a lot of people. That's I think that's fair. I think that's neat. Alright, Tropic Snakey is posting the Discord link if you want to join, if you feel like joining. Lord Bung is trolling us with the knocking. I don't know what sound you're referring to. Did you know the missing E in the word monk represents the incompleteness of one's spiritual journey to become monkey? It's true. Monkey can destroy your pathetic machines. It's so true. Is this just chatting stream? Yes, it is. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted, but that's this is what I have tagged the stream as, just people and blogs. So it is just time to talk. You know, I might go on some rants, I might go on some whatevers, I'll talk to people in the chat I could read properly. I don't have Discord. You don't? You should get Discord. I'm underage, so I can't get in the Discord server. Sorry, fella. One day, maybe I'll have an old big white beard and you'll be in your 30s and you'll finally have a credit card, and then you plug it into your laptop and it says, welcome to Discord, fella. Hashtag just shatting. Thank you so fucking much, my little circus. You are a blessing to my 2 naked eyeballs. Is the water bowl knocking? Yeah, I'll leave it open so maybe it's not. Oh wait. Did you hear it that time? Because it might just be like I might move the table and then things just wobble. I don't know. We'll find out one day. What's up? How's your COVID going? We're about to have lockdown in Poland. Ah, that sounds terrible. My COVID is not here. I don't have it. I don't think so. I hope not, at least. Is there a Lord Bung Skype server? Bro. Has anyone tried to decipher the Morse code and the knocking? Yeah, you're gonna find like the location of all my treasures. It's just in my backyard or something. I just got here, I'm already confused. Then you have made it to the end. Because there is nothing to know. There is simply no more knowledge to be had. No knowledge out there is going to satisfy your need for knowledge. If you have a need for it, then by definition it'll never end. And you will never be satisfied until maybe you're so tired that you think you're satisfied. And then when you rest up and get back up again, you realize, I still want more knowledge because I feel like there is something out there. And there is. But that thing is something that you cannot grasp with knowledge. It is simply being monkey. This is my lesson for today. the Morse code reveals when episode 8 comes out. Yeah, just like you translate it, it says, be patient. Please, I'm begging. Are you going to do anything big or small with any of the more well-known SCPs, or are you going to stick with lesser-known SCPs? A bit of both. It's going to be a bit of both. I'm off to school. Good night, Lord Bung. Good night, V Clutch Mode. You have a good time at school, or at least a tolerable one. Malriki, is that actually true? No, it's not true. They're just yanking your chain, little green. Only monkey can satisfy our need for knowledge. Only monkey can eliminate our need for knowledge. It's the need for knowledge that causes quite a lot of suffering, you know? You have all of these, like, cosmic horror stories of somebody who's like, I must know the secrets of the universe, and then they get there and then they die because of the knowledge. They die because they learnt too much and just burns them up. Because the desire for knowledge is no different from any other addiction. It's just a bit more adventurous, usually. But it's still an addiction. And I'm not saying that if you're trying to look for any kind of knowledge on any level that you are participating in a destructive addiction. I'm saying that if you are obsessed with anything, it works the same way as an addiction. It is just the action that you are compulsively repeating in order to achieve something that you, maybe something in the past that you experienced, or maybe something that you, within your own barriers of what a worthwhile experience is, has defined. But it's still an addiction. Just like any other obsession in reality, you know? Actually, the Morse code, once deciphered, reveals Bung's specific address and an invite to visit him at his house. Go on down. Uh-oh. It's true. I'm trying to lean in for a kiss on my dog's cheeks, and she keeps avoiding me. She's not the long dog, by the way. Well, maybe that's why they're avoiding you, because you haven't talked about this dog. You've only been bragging about this long dog, and this long dog's like, oh, thank you, mother. I love you. This other dog's like, hey, talk about me on stream or else no kisses. See, I am the one that listens to your dog, and I don't even know you had a second dog. I am back from urinating. Thank you, Emir. Lord Bung, more like Lord Young. Yeah, I do kind of have a little baby face, but I am an old, decrepit man. Bung, do you have any tips for how to handle parents who have way too high expectations and pressure you constantly about careers and relationships? Dude. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, I have some personal experience with that. I mean, best case scenario, your parents chill out as the years go by, as they begin to accept that, like, they cannot relive their lives through you. It's a really rough one because, of course, you know, there's a part of you that loves your parents and you know that they want you to reach this standard because they want you to be safe and secure and blah blah blah, but I'm sure they didn't reach whatever standard they're happy with through some terrible pressuring. And if they did, then I can guarantee you they're not satisfied either. If you raise your kid to be obsessed with anything, then they're never going to be satisfied because they're going to associate all of their value onto the thing that they've become obsessed with. It may be hard because I can't tell you how to talk to your parents or how your relationship with your parents works. It's completely out of my understanding of how I don't know you, you know, but I could only tell you how to react to this pressure, and it's that it is absolutely not necessary, and that's going to be really difficult for people to accept because culturally most of us are not trained to accept ourselves just as we are. Culturally we are trained to get better, to achieve some kind of goal, to keep going up in some way. And it's not good. it's just, it's like a, how do I put this? If you want to achieve something, there is one completely calm and safe way to do it, which is just do it with compassion and forgiveness for yourself. That is the only way you can really move forward without hating yourself. Because you are not valuable just because you can do things. You are valuable because you are you. You exist. You are simply an extension of the universe. You already have value just by existing. And your parents knew that when you were a baby, you know? They probably weren't being like, oh man, this kid's gonna grow up to be a great lawyer. They were thinking like, wow, look at this beautiful, beautiful little baby. You know, this is my baby. This is an extension of me. I feel connected with this person. I have responsibility now with this little baby. I have to take care of it. But you are still that value. That value that came with you as a baby is still there. You know? You inherently are whatever you want to be. You could be valuable if you want. If you look at the world in a cynical way, then you are based on your experiences, you have decided to view yourself in a cynical way. But these things can change. Bung, why don't we think eyebrows are gross? Monkeys probably think eyebrows are gross. They're just squammy hair islands stuck on your face. I mean, they're all hairy though. I don't know if they consider things gross. I mean, they might be like, I'm not going to eat that. I don't think they're going to be judgmental about it, you know. I am a religious nut in a physics class. I get bullied. What do I do? Well, if you know that what they say about you isn't true, then you do not have to respond to it. You do not have to give it the energy. You can definitely acknowledge what they say, but you don't have to add judgment onto them or yourself. Somebody says some shit. You know, like I see people say mean shit. I see people say mean shit about me sometimes, you know? And of course it hurts me. Acknowledge that, you know, first of all, okay, well that comment got me. Why did that get me? I guess I value this. I guess I don't want to be seen as that. I guess you know, like the first thing you do is you learn about yourself through the pain, through the suffering. You learn about yourself, because that's what suffering is. How you find out what it is you want. And there's no shame in whatever it is you want, you know. But you're only gonna find that out after you calm down. So, yeah, somebody says something mean about you. Oh, that hurt. Okay, why is that? You know, you calm down. You don't make any judgments. Don't say, oh, I'm such a sensitive piece of shit, or oh, they're right, I'm just this and that. No, just acknowledge what they say, and then don't engage in what it is they said. Who the hell said eyebrows are gross? Yeah, Eli's got some powerful eyebrows. Alright, I'm gonna head out. You keep doing you, Bung, no homo. See you, skull dude, no homo, I guess. Bung, do you know how to deal with parents that overreact at certain things and just rip your heart to a trillion pieces with words? Long story short, do you know how to deal with emotionally abusive parents? Oh, shit. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that, Darren. That's a rough one. Well, I don't know you. I don't know your parents, and I don't know the context of any of these things, but it would be the same thing as the bullying, except on, I guess, a more intimate level. You know, remind yourself that even though these things happen to you, you cannot control your feelings in the situation, but you can certainly control how you respond to the situation. Does that make sense? You can you can take what they say, and if it hurts, you you analyze it without engaging in it. So when I say engaging, I don't mean when I say engaging, I mean you know, trying to argue with it or trying to rationalize it or trying to forcibly ignore it and pretend that it never happened. Though that's engaging. You don't need to do that. You don't need to engage with things to be able to deal with them. You can just acknowledge them. Somebody says something quite upsetting, somebody says something quite personal, and it triggers you, or it ruins your day, it ruins your mood. Just be honest with yourself, you know? Ah, that hurt. That made me feel like shit. That made me feel like this and that, you know? And you don't have to... you don't have to do anything more than that. Because all your mind wants is a bit of attention. You don't have to engage with it and then go on this like hour-long tangent in your head where you're trying to fight it away, or you're trying to rationalize it away, or stack points up and against it, because the suffering comes from when we are just prolonging our thoughts and getting into these anxiety loops of, is it this or is it that? Am I this or am I that? Oh, what if this? What if that? You know, like I could have done this. I could have done that. That is like the terrible, terrible suffering that we humans have to deal with. You don't have to extend that, but you should acknowledge when you are hurt. You know, that's how you love yourself. That's self-love. If you get punched, you know, take care of the wound. If you get scratched or if you get cut, take care of the wound. You don't have to avenge. You don't have to avenge anything. You don't have to hold on to any grudges, and you don't have to pretend everything is okay. You know, I got hurt. I feel like shit, but that's okay because I can still keep going. You know. Funny mushroom time on Saturday. It's gonna be wacky. Whoa, you got mushrooms? That's fun. Will Bung be streaming a lot though? I do. There's not really much else I can do. I mean, I'm doing all these storyboards and drawing all these assets, and I can't really show too much of it, and I like talking. I like rambling about this kind of shit. Well, the stream is wholesome, yet strangely not as well. Is this purgatory? No, that's life. That's life. I think, if somebody is being overly positive to you and pretends that everything in the universe is positive and great and amazing, and there's no troubles, or they don't ever mention the existence of troubles, then it's either a kid's show or they're lying to you. You know, the reality is things are a little bit uncomfortable and upsetting and weird and awkward, and there's always an underlying existential dread at the end of the day. You know, what am I gonna do many years from now? You know, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Oh, I'm stressed out. What am I gonna do 30 years from now? What am I gonna do 80 years from now? What's gonna happen after I die? You know, you don't have to torture yourself with that. People seem to think that they need to be thinking about these things in order to exist, in order to experience reality. You don't have to keep thinking about these things. You don't have to think about them for a long time, at least. I have developed a deep hatred for humanity. Every time I see a human, I have a deep feeling of rage. It sounds edgy, but I really hate people. It's really unfortunate. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but not to call you out or anything, but this feeling of hatred is only inside of you, and I'm sure you had experiences that made you, not made you, but like they sort of veered you in the direction of hating people. And I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry for that. But it is still up to you to decide how you are going to treat people. And hate and love, you can say as much as you want. You could say that you hate people or that you love people, but it really is up to the actions that you do, you know? So if you hate people, I hope you're not hurting people or like physically or emotionally or whatever, but I mean, if you want to, do you want to love people? I'm not really sure what you wanted in this. Sorry. Are you animating still? Yeah, of course. I'm still just vibing. My past actions still haunts me. Ah, that's an interesting topic. Yeah, no, I feel that. I've done things in the past that sometimes haunt me, that just keep coming back. This doesn't really mean that you have to do anything about it. It just means that it is currently a thing that is prevalent in your mind, and that maybe you haven't fully accepted yet. I think the best thing to do simply is to accept. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, because let's say here's a good practice. Whenever the thoughts come up, let's say you did something terrible in the past. Let's say you, I don't know, you hurt somebody, and then you might just be watching a movie and somebody mentions something in the movie that reminds you of it. You're like, fuck. Something that I used to do and still do at this every now and then is like, I get reminded of something bad I did in the past, and then I'm just like, like I make a noise to sort of block it out. It's like an impulsive thing. It just happens. That's not my advice to you. Don't do that. And if you do that, don't judge yourself for doing that. It's natural. It's an impulsive. You just want to protect yourself. So you can do something along the lines of thanking yourself for trying to protect yourself from worrying about this thing, but acknowledge what those feelings are. Acknowledge what they are. You don't have to engage with them again. You don't have to be like, okay, I'm a good person, or or like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to judge yourself or anyone else. You do not have to compare current self to past self. You do not have to do anything. You just acknowledge it without labeling it. Like, oh, that feeling happened. Just acknowledge it. Give it the time of day. Look at it. It's like when a baby is talking, but they're not saying anything. They're just like, blah, 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 blah. And then the mother is like, oh, really? Is that right? Like they pretend to have a conversation. It's like that. Because that's what the baby wants. That's what the thought wants. It's a very simple interaction exchange. If you pretend it isn't there, it's only going to get more annoying to you. It's only going to get louder to you because you don't want it to exist, and yet it exists. It becomes an enemy because you've made it an enemy. Emotions are a thing I struggle with, but oh my god, Bung, you're incredible. Thank you. Emotions, yeah, don't feel bad about struggling with emotions as well, because we are not trained to deal with our emotions, nowadays at least, in most sort of Western-based cultures. And I don't just mean cultures in the West, I mean the ones that are based off of capitalism. Because it's all about productivity, and it's all about how fucking epic you look in an argument, and how calm and collected you look, and how smart you are, and how, how many fucking research papers you can quote or whatever. Hey, Vulcan. Thank you. But really, our emotions are an entire part of us that we have to accept, and if we pretend that it is a weakness, like so many people do, whether you acknowledge it subconsciously or consciously or subconsciously, it is a part of you. Don't treat it like an enemy. If you do, then suddenly you have decided. It's like, imagine if I decided that I hated my left arm and that I wanted it gone, right? And then I'm looking at it every day and I'm like, fuck this fucking guy again. Like, look at this fucking, I already have a right arm and I draw with that one. I don't need a left arm. And then I get so mad one day that I'm just like abusing it and mistreating it, laying on it and hurting it. Of course I'm gonna have a bad time. It's a part of me. You know what I mean? It's a part of me, just like my emotions. Bung, if we're going deep, how do I let go of the fear of myself? I got bipolar and I feel like I can't trust myself around people. Oh shit. Yeah, we are getting deep here. Well, I feel like you could take the arm analogy I took and maybe expand it into the more like wildly complicated situation of being bipolar. I'm not manic depressive, so I obviously don't know what it's, I mean, I haven't been diagnosed. I don't know if I am, but Anxiety, Alan Watts has this great saying where he says, anxiety comes from an inherent lack of trust in yourself. There is, I mean, that's the whole, I guess that's the whole lesson. That's it. It comes from this lack of trust in yourself. Why is it that we don't trust ourselves? We have been trained culturally to not trust ourselves, to hate ourselves. Yeah, honestly, the Dom analogy is brilliant. Thank you. Also, I've drunk no coffee, but I've had 3 Diet Cokes. Oh, shit. When we're thinking of playing No Man's Sky, maybe next stream, because I kind of went into the stream really tired and kind of groggy. But now I'm perking up a little bit. Sorry, I'll go back to my point in a second. Okay. Yeah, so you can only there is no self, there is no individual self that is separate from everything around you in the universe. That is just an illusion that we have created culturally because somebody, well, a bunch of somebodies, wanted to create towers and order and structure, and they wanted people to be above people and below people, and they wanted control. I don't mean this to being like, oh, it's an evil conspiracy. It's just something that naturally happens in nature because we are a fear-based species. But we are also equally a love-based species. So you can love yourself. And that's it sounds so cheesy when you say it out loud, but that's because of the conditioning, right? Like, you hear love yourself and you think, ugh. But isn't that sad that that's the conditioning that we have? You know? We're just trying to live at the end of the day. Like, we're born into this world. We didn't really ask for it. We experience all these insane emotions and thoughts and sensations. And we're told that at the beginning of our life, you shouldn't love yourself. You need to get better first. You need to do this first, and then mommy and daddy will love you, and therefore you love yourself. Because, you know, you as a baby, you don't have any self-awareness. So you learn love from the people who raise you. You learn love from just experiencing reality around you. You end up finding love in your own way. You know, some people, even if they don't have good parents, they might really love their pet because their pet showed them love. Or they might really love nature because nature showed them a kind of stillness and reciprocity of awareness and attention. Or maybe you might love, maybe something on TV showed you, I don't know. But we are, what was I saying? Sorry. Pog Vulcan in the chat, boys. Hell yeah, he is. Lord Bung is my therapy. Well, what I'm teaching is a type of therapy, but I'm not a psychologist. Yeah, trusting yourself. Trusting yourself, you cannot try to trust yourself, if that makes sense. You can only do the actions in your life that tell your body that you trust yourself. So you can't just sit there and be like, I trust myself, I trust myself, I trust myself. You just do things that logically assume that you are trusting yourself. So for example, if you're anxious and you're like worried that you're going to do something bad, then you are telling yourself you're going to do something bad, and then you're more likely to do it because you've set the game up that way, which it's a win and lose game. And because you already hate yourself, you are probably going to lose anyway, because you want to prove to yourself that you are losing, and you want to prove to yourself that you're a piece of shit to justify the negative thinking. And I know that sounds like a weird sort of self-sabotage thing, but that's what people do all the time. We self-sabotage all the time. You see Annihilation? It's all about self-sabotage. I need to pee real quick. I'll be right back. about that, the pee turned into a poo. And suddenly I was pooing before I could even know it. It's okay though, I wash my hands. Well, what was I up to? What's going on? What we've learned so far, if you have a baby annoying you, choke it. If you have your arm, cut it off. Man, you really learned the exact opposite of everything I was saying. Ugh. I guess I'm drawing a monkey right now. Hell yeah. Anything that you need to do. If you need to draw a monkey, I believe you need to draw a monkey at least once in your life. Love yourself is understandably a somewhat badly worded term, but I think in reality it's more like be happy with yourself, but that's not something you can just do instantly. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, love is, especially in English, is not a very good word, because when I say love, that's a quick poo. It was a quick poo. Great story there, Danny. Yeah, it's like I alchemically turned my piss into poo. It's rather something you have to realize yourself, not something you can do just because someone told you. I do think hating humanity to an extent makes you like yourself less. Absolutely. Yeah, when I do my streams, I try to mention that I'm not trying to give you new knowledge that's gonna like blow your mind. I'm trying to remind you of something that you as a human being already kind of know. And therefore, trying to help you maybe get back on the track of discovering yourself, that you love yourself, or that you're happy with yourself, or that you don't need more, you do not lack. You are born, to quote Grizz, you are born of the infinite everything. When you came out of this universe, so did the universe come out of you. He says it in this really like beat slam poetry kind of way. It's like, you are born of the infinite everything. You do not lack. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna read it. Grizz. No time like present. Here it is. Sorry, I'm gonna read some comments I've been missing. Bung, how do you move on and stop comparing what you're making to what other people have made? I've done it so many times, it's made me stop making stuff. Yeah, that's a big thing that stops a lot of artists. It's really heartbreaking to see. Like, the internet has done so much good, but it's also like, if you go into the internet with an attitude of comparing yourself to other people, you are gonna suffer so fucking bad. But that's the thing, you don't need to compare yourself to people. It's just a compulsion, it's a habit. It's like an addiction. Because that's what our mind was invented for, is to compare, was to judge rather. To say like, oh, that plant's poisonous, I'm not gonna eat that because I wanna live. Or, socially, I don't wanna do that because I don't wanna get kicked out of the tribe. Or whatever. At the end of the day, it's equally pointless to hate humanity as it is to love humanity. At the end of the day, you might as well have fun and enjoy the life you have. Yeah, I think what the Kabbalion explains the universe as polarities, so you can say that love, hate, the polarity of each other. I personally would rather lean in the direction of love while acknowledging that hate exists and that sometimes I hate things. Love to me is more of a neutral thing, and it can be a neutral thing. Like, love to me is like if you are looking at a tree and you're not complimenting it, you're not saying anything about it, you're just looking at it. That is like the simplest, most like subtle form of love. It is just letting that you are receiving the tree, into your eyes, into your experience. Did you go to poo because the universe had to come out of you? They got me there. They got me there. Nope, humanity sucks. Well, if you keep saying that, you're only going to hate yourself more because you are a part of humanity. You can't pretend that you're an exception. And if you go around with the life with this viewpoint of humanity just being negative, being inherently a bad thing, then there is nothing that you can convince yourself not to do in a terrible sense to other people. You know, you might say that you hate humanity, but you won't want to hurt people. You are going to hurt people if you hate humanity. There's no way out of that. You're going to keep telling yourself that, no, I'm good, I'm fine. Humanity sucks because I'm good and they're hurting me. And that's why they suck. No, they are the same as you. You are going to treat yourself the same way. It's just a transference of energy. If somebody is bad to you, you will act bad onto other people or yourself. Unless you know how to change your reactions. Those feelings, especially if you don't know how to control your feelings, because if your feelings are just going to be something that you're going to take seriously that you can't control, like, oh, I can't control my feelings, you're giving them power, and then you're going to act out either on yourself or other people with those negative feelings. You should start an online therapy session. I'm not going to do that, because that makes it that I'm not a psychologist. I do like all of these various tiny little therapy-ish things, like on stream or blah blah blah. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. Yeah, but you see what you said there. You already implied that humans are good by saying that what they do to themselves is hurting them, and that's why it's bad. You see what I mean? It's like, if a human being punches another human being, then if you hate humans, then that shouldn't bother you. If you think humans are inherently good on some level, then that would bother you. It doesn't make sense to hate humanity. Okay, so I have these Grizz lyrics up here about the universe. See, that's just it. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not trying anything anymore. I'll say it in his voice. He's just some American white guy. See, that's just it. I'm not trying to say anything anymore. I'm not trying anything anymore. I've stopped trying to try. I just be. Just like the universe doesn't try to give us answers or try to convince you of our beauty. The universe just is. Being is the answer. Being is beautiful. The universe doesn't demand anything of us. We're the ones trying to figure everything out, and it's always been there. Everything. You do not lack. You are born of the infinite everything. When you came into this world, so did the world come out of you. You exist so that everything can. When you start trying, you admit there is something you aren't. This isn't a glass half full, but rather a, I am the ocean whose waters overflow. The sun as it dips low in the technicolor sky does not try to mesmerize the soul. Then let's dark arrive so the moon can glow. This beauty cannot be told true, it just is, and so are you. And it's up to us to see it. The more you try, the less you be and the less you see. Let go and become the universe. So you don't need anything when you, the universe, is everything. This is your experience. This is your life to live. No time like the present. Whoa. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. This conversation sounds like a Xavier Renegade Angel episode. Yeah, they are pretty trippy. How do I confess to a girl that I like doing the whip and nay-nay? You tell me when you figure that out. You look hot, Bung. As in, like, sweaty? Or are you complimenting me? Humans are greedy. We can never have enough. We can have enough. It's a choice. It's a habit. We can choose to break the habit. Embrace primitive communism. I mean, that's basically, you know, living in a more... It could be. I don't know. It might be kind of contextual. I don't know how to turn humanity differently now that we are here. You know? I could be like, oh, if only we did this, if only we went in that direction. It doesn't matter, we're here now. That was gorgeous. Thank you, I'm Scott. If I was not a religious nut, I would have done really horrible things. Well, that's a very negative way of looking at it. No offense. If religion is the only thing stopping you from hurting people, then I'm sorry, but you have bad things inside of you. You have well, not to pass judgment. You have a lot of destructive things inside of you. I think you need to acknowledge. But that's up to you. That's your journey. I'm only responding to you because you're messaging me through here. I'm 17 and my parents keep pressuring me on what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life, which I'm trying to figure out by doing writing and concept art for SCP, MMIA, and persona projects, but it's not enough for them. Alright. Yeah, because they don't really see, I guess they don't see that as a thing that'll keep you profited and stable. And yet, so many people go specifically into art, you know? So many people go into art. I mean, people need art. I mean, this kind of reminds you that things aren't exactly just calculated. It's just, there's a lot of nuance in between these words that we have structured the universe around. Just hopping in to say, I love you, Bung, keep being a legend, man. Thank you, Raptors. That's a D&D character just waiting to happen. If I was not a paladin, I would have already burned the world. Okay, I'm not feeling the whole humanity thing. It implies that every person is combined into this one entity, but that's not necessarily true. No, it's true and not true at the same time. You know, like humans have the ability to acknowledge the truth that we have created as humans, which is structure, order, mathematics, physics, science, all of these things that we've used to measure the universe in all of these arbitrary ways that started a long time ago, essentially as a habit, and we still do it today, while also acknowledging that these rules that we've created are also equally not true, because we just created them. These are just things that we have decided. That we have all for the sake of convenience, we have all agreed upon. With that in mind, you know, if you walk around acting like everybody is exactly like you might be happier, but you also might get into some weird situations where people might not want to be around you. People might want to not hang out with you because they have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But it's not that all humanity is the same. It's that everything is the same thing. We have just drawn lines between everything, you know? Like, you go out to nature, you see a tree and you see a bush, and then you know, I've already done it. I've already separated the two. Just grammatically, I've separated these two entities. There's no reason to believe that they are separated. They are the same. They're all part of the same organism. Like, I breathe in oxygen, I exhale carbon dioxide. The tree breathes in the carbon dioxide, exhales the oxygen, and also a little bit of carbon dioxide. We are an organism. And you just extend that to the rest of the universe. Like, we don't exist in a void. If I was popped into a void, I would die. I would just, you know, vacuum out and die. Because I am part of the organism known as Earth. And Earth is part of the organism known as the galaxy. Because we wouldn't be what we are defining as the galaxy if everything wasn't exactly where it is right now. Would you rather condition your hair with Velveeta or marmalade? I don't know what either of those feel like. But they both do not sound good. You are a coward who's too scared to conquer the earth. I don't know if you're joking or not, but it's made me laugh anyway. Hate is born by wrongdoings. Hate turns into desire. Desire needs to be met and completed. What? Hate is born by wrongdoings. Hate turns into desire. Desire needs to be met and completed. No, hate comes from the desire to control things. I mean, it's kind of like a circle. It goes back and forth. It doesn't really matter what starts it. If you hate somebody, then you hate something in yourself that person reminds you of, even if it's something that you can't quite grasp. I mean, you are trying to propel your way into life, and you like being in control of things. And you see somebody whose pure existence is contrary to how you believe the universe should be experienced, and then you hate them. You want them to stop. Maybe you even want to hurt them. It's in you. That thing is in you. It's not their problem. It's not their responsibility to change for you. If you hate them, that is something that is in you. You hate something about yourself so intensely, and you are projecting it out into the world. It's as simple as that, because the people might not even exist, and you'll still have these feelings. You know, you can hate somebody that doesn't exist. People on Twitter do that every day. You know, people are just so. And me, I'm not pretending I'm above them. You know, I end up hating people. I end up finding that I hate people, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Why do I hate these people? Why do I hate this person? You know. And then you sort of like trim it down. You're like, okay, well, I hate what they did. I don't hate them. Okay, but what is it? What is it about them that they do that? Oh, okay, well, that means, like you can just trail it down. If you just stop at I hate people, you've sent that spell out into the universe. You've dedicated yourself to that motion of energy. I have a question. Are you brave to take the step, or are you brave to continue? I pondered this question before, and it seems that many people have many different opinions. What do you think? Are you brave to take the step, or are you brave to continue? I don't really know what the context of that is. I think continue, maybe? Okay, thank you. I'm going. Thanks for the advice. Alright, see you, TJ. I'm sorry that you feel all these negative things, but, you know, you're not alone. There's actually this, sorry, I don't know how to answer your take the step question. It seems really, really vague. I don't really know what either of those mean. There's a story about this woman who goes to the town, to her village's shaman, and says that I am suffering. Can you give me advice? I'm suffering. And the shaman or the yogi, whatever they are, the elder says, go around to everybody in the village and ask for a grain of rice from any single person who has ever suffered in their life. And so she goes around and she gets a grain of rice from every single person in the village, and then she puts it together in this bowl, and then she comes back to the elder, and then he's like, oh, well, just cook it and eat it. And the point, I hope, which is obvious, is that once you realize that every single person on the universe is just like you, every single person has suffered and dealt with terrible emotional pain, physical pain, you're suddenly not alone. You're suddenly not alone in the universe, you know? Because we feel like we're alone when we're in pain. We're like, oh, why does it happen to me? It's all, you know, like we're only thinking about ourselves. But every single person understands, which means that you can talk to people. You can actually reach out to people, and to some degree, they would understand kind of what you're talking about. Hey, Thomas. What's up, bro? Buddha tells her to bring a grain of rice from a house in which no one has suffered. That's the one. Yeah. You're well read. I like the Buddhist stories, even if I keep forgetting the details. That is a lot of people in a village to get a full bowl of rice. Yeah, it was a big village. Maybe it was a town. I don't know. Today's episode is brought to you by Skillshare. Could you imagine if I just end a rant like that? I just missed my bus, so I guess I watch you now. Oh shit, well that's pressure on me. Uh-oh. Bung Bung, have you seen a UFO? I haven't. I mean, I don't know if I have. I probably would have just assumed it was a plane. When we doing guided meditation? When did I start this stream, actually? In 10 minutes the stream will end, and then I'll pop into the guided meditation channel. So 10-ish minutes, maybe a little bit, maybe 15 minutes. As I live, I will hurt other people unintentionally, economically, ecologically, socially, etc. I cannot change this, as I live in a world where we unintentionally hurt others' lives so easily. Yeah, you definitely have to acknowledge that. That's something I learned. Well, I mean, it's something I learn every time I do it, and I suddenly acknowledge it. But there was this. This is a bit hippie-ish, but there's this musician who called Joe Petitucci, and he converts plant energy into music, and it's called plant wave or MIDI wave or MIDI plant wave. He has videos on YouTube where it's just like he puts these nodes up to a he even puts one up to a cannabis plant, and it just like makes this little music, and the music changes based on the plant's, for lack of a better word, mood. And he said that a bunch of vegans have gone up to him, and they're pretty upset because they're just like, oh, well, now I can't eat plants. You know, like it makes them feel a little bit bad about the fact that they're eating plants, and it's something that he said, well, you kind of have to accept that, is that no matter what you do, you are going to end up hurting people. The best thing you can do is to, well, try and deeply acknowledge when you are hurting so that you can live, you know? Not just hurting because you want to hurt people, because that is like intentionally a bad thing. If you're hurting somebody unavoidably, let's say you are eating meat for dinner that you need to have that night, and it just happens to be there already. What Joe does is he ponders, not necessarily prays, just sort of like ponders on and acknowledges and thanks the animals, and then the farm, and then the blah blah blah, you know, all of the little steps that took all the way, because we evolved in a way where we kind of know, where we lived in these small little social groups where we did that. Where we knew where the food came from, we knew who prepared the food because everything was small and tight. And now we don't know shit about the people who make our meat and our vegetables and all that. And it causes this disconnect which doesn't let us appreciate the cause and effect of reality. And cause and effect is one of the most important things you should remember. It's one of the Four Noble Truths, I'm pretty sure, of Buddhism, which is karma, which is cause and effect. That, you know, your actions have consequences, and that the things that happened to you also had consequences that led up to it, and et cetera, et cetera. Any tips on how to stop caring about someone who doesn't care about you? Well, you can't try to do that. You can simply refuse to engage in actions that imply that you care about them in a certain way. But these feelings are something that you are just going to have to accept, and the more you accept them, the more you stop trying to push them away, the easier it is they go away. It's weird. It's like the secret of the universe. Once you stop caring about something, things get better in that particular regard. It's strange. Because our thinking mind is the only thing that keeps our problems with us. You know, we keep making up excuses to keep these negative thoughts in our mind. Be like, yeah, this is it. This is, woe is me, you know, like we like feeling sorry for ourselves. We like having this drive. We make excuses like, oh, it's good that I have this pain because it drives me to be better, because we aren't happy with ourselves. We aren't trained to be happy. with ourselves as we are. Reddit karma, fuck off. I was meant to be in my philosophy class, but here I am watching Bung on the stream. It's not too different, I hope. It's my personal belief that suicide in the long run changes nothing but awareness. Living helps bring change, no matter how small. That change, in turn, will bring larger change. Absolutely, I believe in that. But... might go casual vegetarian, eat meat like once a week for health reasons and appreciate it. Net impact would still be good. I've done that for a few months before. Hell yeah. Do whatever you want. Maybe I am in philosophy class. Eat grass. That helped a lot, thank you. I hope it did. Oh, okay, I'm gonna end stream now. But this was a lot of fun. I hope you all had fun too. Alright. Goodbye everybody. Yeah, try and take some time in your day to remember that you exist and to just be with yourself without passing judgment. I think that's just a really small thing that you can do that goes a really long way for your mental health.